Well, interesting story. I started a business 17 years ago with a thousand naira. I was a bulk SMS company. Funny enough, some of you might even be my clients. Goldmine, for example, used to be my clients when we're doing bulk SMS, and then evolved into um, digital marketing, websites. At some point, I think we redesigned Goldmine Entertainment's website. If you remember that. Okay, so but we over time evolved into a real estate company, which was 10 years ago. Because for me, at that point, it became the household name for, and that's why sometimes today when because I'm very active on social media, so people say, if it's your real estate business, don't come. I'm like, we pioneered this thing, you people are, but of course, when you live in field for 10 years, everybody just assume it's the new guy that started it. We're pioneer of this whole social media thing, so I don't know what you are talking about. We just now saw wisdom in saying you are using this idea to help other people grow their business, right? And because at that point it wasn't like one had a core business. Your core business was helping to promote other people's business. So I said, look, why not just use this knowledge of social media, of marketing, to really start your own business and then deploy it in growing your business, and that's what we've had to do. So it was a real organic growth, bootstrapping. In fact, the only place we are not if we will still say it's form of bootstrapping is maybe in the US, where we're able to have access to institutional funding for a real estate project. But today in Nigeria, it's still is what we make, we have to spend. We didn't even have access to maybe loan. We've not taken loan in Nigerian bank in 17 years. So we've had to grow organically. Of course, that came with its own weaknesses, because you have the days, in those early days you couldn't pay salaries, days you are struggling to, all of that. But again, that's also why one is in a position to really mentor more people, because you've been there, you know what it is. It's not as if you started business and you got this big $1 million investment. It was organic, so you know what it means to owe office rent, you know what it means to be begging your landlord, you know what it means to have refund issues. So you really, so for me, I know, you have refund, and then the person using police to chase you, and turn refund matter to criminal matter, that which is civil, right? If you cover my event now and I say I don't like it, I want my money back, that's not criminal. You can't call me, I can't call you a criminal, right? I may not be happy the way you cover the event. I may feel you need to have covered this angle, you need to post this angle. That's civil, right? Worst case, I can take you to court and ask for damages. That's all. But to go and convince the Nigerian police or EFCC or whoever, so you have come and arrest him, he's a criminal. These are part of, by the way, things killing businesses in Nigeria. Because when you're a young man and you are selling, I'm just giving an example, phone gadgets, or you're a videographer, and someone pay you to do some video work, maybe you delay in editing his work, or he doesn't like what, and then he has used police, your parents have to come and bail you. That's the last time you do media work, because they will tell you, go and look for a job, and don't send you to say, maybe go start. Right? And we've seen so many young people whose business have been crushed, right, by those things. I always argue that Nigeria is a country of bullies, by the bully, for the bully, and the bigger bully wins, right? Unfortunately so. And until we start changing things like this, we'll keep blaming everybody. Meanwhile, we are all responsible for where we are. So I went through all of those phases in life, but the good news is that God helped me to build resilience, and all those things build character in me, build confidence in me. As early as 2015, I was in my office, and before you know it, guns, DSS people came like they wanted to arrest one terrorist. In fact, I remember at some point I said, where's your warrant? I said, which warrant? Order from the presidency asking for warrant. So and in those days, DSS used to come after more of terrorists. Terrorism was under Jonathan. So I felt I was born in Maiduguri. Maybe somebody I grew up with has been linked to terrorism, and then he mentioned my name, and then people can just lie on you. So that was all that was in my mind, not even knowing that the trades that were doing to digital marketing. So we're behind all of Buhari's email campaign in that election. But what they didn't know is also the entire Jonathan SMS campaign nationwide has been given to us. So by the time the news went out, because I got my lawyer, of course, bailed me out the next day. I then just wrote an article how Jonathan sent DSS to arrest me. It went viral, millions of views, of course. The same director called me to be begging me and said I should rewrite it that presidency didn't ask them to arrest me, and that they did not even arrest me, that it was too late for them to allow me go that night. So they needed to, after all, they locked me up in the session, but I slept in their reception, and the next day they allowed me go. But we've been through all of those kind of experiences running business. But that's part of the encouragement to people that I won't be here without those kind of background. And this was even before I started real estate, where in case of real estate, you buy land, there's also your face juju they will put on the land you have paid for, right? Police you have, or monile you have. So, but all that also prepared one, even when for the day when we then expanded into sectors like real estate, that was even a lot more challenging than just in digital marketing, where whether Buhari or Jonathan, we didn't get the job directly. We were just so big that those who got it still brought the job to us. In fact, some of those briefs, I won't even know it was for the president or the opposition until the campaign were going out. So, oh, really? So, but those are part of what I keep encouraging entrepreneurs, that if I could go through all of that and still, evolve into a company with over 200 employees worldwide, with over 15,000 non-direct employees who market our products and still earn something for themselves. We're 4 continents of the world. Anybody can rise up to the top. My parents were not rich. My mother was a civil servant, died of ovarian cancer because we didn't even have money to take her to hospital to diagnose what was wrong with her at the time. So Nigeria has happened to me, let's just put it that way. But if I could still evolve in spite of all that, anyone can do the same.
Why do you take over your own
people? I don't start any company without having a successor. Literally, we build companies around people. If I'm going to start a media business today, there's somebody, and God has blessed me in such a way that there are people that, because I do a lot of mentorship, so you just be able to see that there's somebody that you have known over time. So it's not even not necessarily a new person that who is also loyal and committed. So there's hardly anything I do that there's no somebody who is really in charge of it. My own is where they need me to show up because I have some level of fame, right? So technically I tell people in Gtext, they just use me and they're not paying me well. So they just leverage on the fact that I'm quite visible to say, but behind that is somebody who is really the MD of that subsidiary, is really in charge of the day-to-day activity of running that particular business, and that's really why we're able to evolve.